Hello, it's James here again, and I've got a question for you all. Name me one species, apart from humanity, name me one species where the male is thought of as better than the female. Because this is absolutely ridiculous. This stupid system we live under in this world. And it is a world. If you spin yourself round and round, you go dizzy. All the clues are in the words to everything you ever want to know. All you've got to do is go within yourself. Because what is it they say in Christianity? Thine is the kingdom. Know thyself. So where is thy? Where is thine? It's within. It's the dark side will twist everything, and I do mean everything. I'm sure you all know of the all-seeing eye on the back of the dollar bill and the symbolism connected with it. Well, what if it's the other way round? I always say God is watching, God is everywhere, and you just got to find God. That's only a title, that's not his name. You just got to look. There's two temples. Between that temple you have the third eye. There's your all-seeing eye between the two temples. 101, sound frequency. It's worth looking into sacred geometry. Big clue in the word there. Geo. Not heliometry, but geometry. Anyway, so you got your two temples. You have your all-seeing eye. Because the Creator imparted part of himself into us, like any creator does. There seems to be a lot of confusion as well over this God, this creator of humanity. You've got, on the one hand, you've got those believing in original source and everything comes from out of nothing, which is true. So why does it suddenly stop when it gets to Anunnaki? Could it not be that Enki or Ea is just following on what is the design of creation? It's very simple really, because you hear things, you see things. You'll notice in both those words you have E and A, Ea. Listen with the ear. Why do you think you have a third ear? It is the one that keeps balance. You've actually got 3 ears, you've got 3 eyes, you have 3 brains. All comes to 9. And I'd recommend that you all start looking into sacred geometry, look into the 60 system of the Sumerians. They weren't writing for some sci-fi fiction. They weren't writing for Hollywood, they were telling it as it was. That's basically all I want to say on this at this time. But you have words. It's a sound vibration, that is what creates everything. Sound, giving you a solid foundation of sound, keeping you trapped within this control system. Why do you think there are 2 bars on the S in the dollar? Could that not be a representation of the sacred serpent knowledge and the bars to keep that knowledge hidden from us all? You've just got to look into even the perceived history. Every time you're going to see an eagle, you're going to see war, you're going to see aggression. Every time you see a serpent or a dragon, you're going to see knowledge. And it is not aggressive and attacking. It is a knowledge that is shared. Just look at some of these ancient civilizations. They don't have a hierarchical system. It works perfectly well without interference. But of course, the eagle is not going to put up with that. The eagle is going to try and destroy it, but it hasn't destroyed it. It still exists. When you realize that God is within each of us, Everything is matter, everything comes out of nothing. It all begins to make sense, and when you realize the sound vibration and the frequency and the numerology that goes with this base 60 system, you find a key. And don't forget, you can spell key K-I as well as K-E-Y. There is a reason for that, because key means earth. And if you want to get to the truth, you get to the heart of the matter. The heart being an anagram of earth, you switch the vowels round, switch the letters round within a word. This is why words have definitions, definitions. There's no accident that English is probably the most universal language. It's done that way by design, by this control system, because by teaching you writing or writes and spelling, spells, you're passing on that black magic unknowingly, and they're just laughing at all of us. It's very simple to see through. Once you start to see through it, once you start to really listen and remember, Hebrew was written and read from right to left and not from left to right. Why do you think the Egyptians didn't have any vowels? Because the words only need the consonants. The vowels put in the meaning, so when it is in the hands of darkness, they are foul vowels. Foul vowel. It's very easy to understand, because it can change a word. WN, won. You can win, you can have won something, you can want something. It's all influenced by these vowels. But you've got to understand this language. And then go beyond the language, look at the numbers, look at the colours. That is where the secrets lie. It is in sound. Sound creates everything in this world. Once you start to see that pattern, things become much clearer. I don't know how many more of these videos I'm going to be making, because time is short for me. Because I'm going to die. But do I look worried? No. Because by dying I live. It's very simple. The less you know, the more you know. And I found a way out from this. And 144,000, if you get all singing from the song Same Sheet, creating the same sound vibration, you can get out of this as well very easily. You just need to find the balance, become the neutral between the positive and the negative, because they're both terminals. That's why you can become terminally ill. And then you're recycled and brought back into this matrix system. But there are ways to unplug from it, and it is becoming much easier. I can feel already that I'm starting to fade out. I'm in two worlds as it is. A lot of you may not even understand what I'm saying here, because you do need to have an understanding. I'm going to use this same analogy to this again. If you want to put something like a safe on the first floor, you want to go and look at the ceiling of the ground floor and look up. Because you need to have an understanding. Because if you do not base things on a solid foundation, it's going to be very shaky ground, and you'll find yourself in deep waters. Water is everything. Again, it is sea, it is ocean, it is EA in both those words. Likewise, we are vessels. We're not on water as such, we are vessels containing water. That is why you can be prone to emotions, energy motions, because they're upsetting the balance. Once you pull out of this system and unplug yourself from it, all these things like Black Friday and the stupid fights and squabbles trying to get something cheaper when the prices are artificially inflated in the first place, they're just dragging you further down this dark illusion of what you want, telling you what to believe, what to see, what's right and what's wrong. But once you start unplugging from that, you see a very different world. And that's the world I'm starting to see. And I have to say a big thank you to my friend Matt Burrell. He has put it so clearly with the shapes. See, this all-seeing eye, when you understand this arc 60, you don't even need to draw the whole circle, you draw the two sections, two segments. It forms the shape of an eye shape to which you put a circle in. There's your all-seeing eye. It is the third eye. That is the true side of the all-seeing eye. That is how God is everywhere and sees everything and knows all that we do, because we are all part of this same original source of creation. We are all atoms. The air you breathe, the water, everything, it's all atoms. And it is all encoded in this perceived God, which is not God, this demiurge, who has locked us into this solid three-dimensional state, which is stupid really, because we have 360 senses, not just 5. We have all-round senses. That is what you need to reconnect with, those all-round senses. Stop competing with each other. Start having a proper university, a universe city, singing from the same song sheet, the same sound vibration, not being sidetracked by politics or religion or science or any other distractions. The answers are all within yourself. Thank you.